When I got the news, I felt sick to the pit of my stomach really, and I remember just holding the pen and I started to shake because your life is totally just turned upside down.
You might recognise Laura May McMullen as a reporter from BBC Midlands Today, but there's a part of her life you won't know. For years, she was addicted to tanning.
I just loved being brown.
Holidays were spent baking in the sun, and most days she'd top up her tan on sunbeds. That was until this time last year, when she was diagnosed with malignant melanoma, a type of skin cancer.
I've gone from being a bubbly, outgoing, sort of sparkly person to one that I lost my confidence because you're constantly thinking, am I going to be here? And it's like the most frightening time of your life.
After all she's experienced, Laura wants people to take better care of their skin. People like Jess. The young mom from Stoke-on-Trent loves being brown and can't keep off the sunbeds. She even works in a tanning shop.
I use them about twice, 3 times a week because I like to feel brown and it makes me feel good about myself, so that's why I use them.
Do you think about the damage you're doing?
Obviously I use them at my own risk. I do know what they can do to you, but I've never really thought about it, really.
It was the same for Laura, but she wants to give Jess the benefit of her experience.
Jess is just like me when I was 19, wanting to be brown. Every day in the UK there's 2 15 to 34-year-olds that are diagnosed, and I'm determined, I don't want Jess to be one of them.
There are around 3,000 tanning shops in the UK, and they are regulated. The Sunbed Association recommends people limit their visits to about once a week. But Laura's worried Jess is overdoing it, just like she did. To prove her point, they're going to see the consultant who treated Laura's cancer.
I always feel quite nervous when I come here, it's at the same time though it's quite reassuring.
The Christie in Manchester treats more than 40,000 patients a year, including Laura.
Good morning.
Mr. Udit is Laura's consultant. Jess wants to hear what he thinks about sunbeds.
Are you seeing an increase in melanoma, say compared to 5-10 years ago?
There's certainly an increase in melanoma, and especially in the younger age groups. On average, more than 11,000 new cases of malignant melanoma diagnosed in the UK per year, and significantly, just over 2,000 of these patients die per year. I would like to see sunbeds banned because the ultraviolet radiation has a significant risk of patients developing melanoma.
But the Sunbed Association disagree. It insists the industry is properly regulated and safe.
When professional sunbeds are tested in isolation, there is no link between sunbed use and malignant melanoma. Part of the Sunbed Association Code of Practice is that people should not use a sunbed more than 60 times a year. Therefore, that's approximately 1 a week. An average sunbed session is about 10 minutes, so over the year that's 10 hours exposure to UV. Well, some people could do that over 2 days on holiday.